you in, Mike?
I'm right here. I'm gonna have to pay you. Hey.
You ride with me, Lou, or you ride with them? Okay. All right. You get in the front.
On everybody, it's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV. Subscribe, thumbs up the video. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Stay Wavy TV. I want to talk about Young Draco, aka Big Soulja. So Soulja Boy came out of jail in July. On July 17th, Soulja Boy was released from jail. The reason why he went to jail in the first place is because he violated his probation sentence. Apparently, a woman filed a police report that Soulja Boy kidnapped her. And, you know, the lady said that Soulja Boy, you know, held her captive in his basement. Now, those charges were dropped, okay? That wasn't proven to be true. But because of that report, the police actually ended up coming to Soulja Boy's house to search the premises. And they ended up finding guns in Soulja Boy's mansion. And a part of Soulja Boy's probation is he's not allowed to have any weapons, because the reason why he's on probation in the first place is because, you know, he was pulled over and, you know, cops found firearms in his vehicle that he wasn't supposed to have. Apparently, you know, he didn't have a license for these guns. So, you know, Soulja Boy pretty much violated his probation when the cops ran up in his crib to, you know, see if the lady was telling the truth. And he ended up going to jail for a couple of months. But he was released early. You know, he got out of jail early for good behavior. But since then, man, Soulja Boy has been ghost, man. His birthday was on July 28th. He was released from jail on July 17th. So he was out of jail in time to celebrate his birthday. But you know, there was no news about a Soulja Boy birthday bash. Anybody that knows Soulja Boy, you know, he usually has a birthday bash party every year. He usually throws a big party and announces it on his social media, specifically Instagram. But if you guys go right now and look on Soulja Boy's Instagram page, look at his Twitter page, he's been completely ghost. He has not posted anything on his page since he's, you know, probably since June or July. Now, this situation is so crazy because Soulja Boy's mom, you know, and I'm going to post a picture in the video, she actually filed a police report saying that since Soulja Boy came out of jail, she hasn't got any phone calls from him. Nobody in his family has heard from him. And she thought that something tragic happened to Soulja Boy when he was in jail. And she told the police that he was afraid that when he got back home that he was back on drugs and maybe he might have, you know, overdosed or went back or relapsed back on drugs. Now, the only drug that we know that Soulja Boy does is lean. Okay, he sips lean and he smokes a lot of weed. You know, I don't believe Soulja Boy does any other drug besides lean and marijuana. But the fact that his mom filed a police report, that goes to show that, you know, Soulja Boy has been MIA. Now, his manager, CEO Miami Mike, he did come out and deny reports that Soulja Boy was missing. He actually posted a video of Young Draco, and I'm gonna post that in this video for y'all to see. You guys probably already seen it by the time you hear me talking right now. But his manager, who's been his manager since he first, you know, blew up in 2006, CEO Miami Mike, he came out publicly on Instagram and said that Soulja Boy is fine. He's not going to be spending much time on social media. He also said that Soulja Boy gained 50 pounds. He stopped drinking lean. He kicked his lean habit. And that he was going to come back on the scene. He didn't say when, but he said very soon Soulja Boy was going to go back on the Breakfast Club and talk to Charlamagne the God and Angela Yee and DJ Envy about his experience in jail and how he's bettered himself as a person. And we all know, man, Soulja Boy's last Breakfast Club interview, it went viral, man. You know, he did the whole thing with Tyga and Drake, and, you know, he basically let everybody know that, you know, he's responsible for the rap game today. And it's true, you know. Soulja Boy was the first artist to blow up off of YouTube. He was the first artist to start doing, you know, vlog videos. He was the first artist to really establish that special connection with his fan base. He used to go live on Ustream. And he pretty much set the blueprint for the rap game today. You know, even his content of music, you know, he came out making dance music. He has a ton of hit songs, whether it's Kiss Me Through the Phone, Turn My Swag On, Pretty Boy Swag. He has a bunch of hit songs, man. We Made It with Drake. Soulja Boy, man, he's had a very successful career, man. And he's only 29 years old. But I don't know, man. This is weird because, ever since Soulja Boy came onto the scene, man, one thing he's always done, and I think the reason why he's been able to stay relevant is because he's always stayed in touch with social media. He's always been a person that stays connected with his fans. He always goes live on Instagram. He always makes sure that he stays in contact with the fans. He's always putting out mixtapes. So, I'm worried, man. I hope nothing happened to young Draco in jail. We do hear stories all the time about, celebrities going to jail and being cloned, and because we've seen a lot of rappers come out of jail and start acting completely different. For example, when Gucci Mane came out of jail, before Gucci, came out of jail, we were used to seeing Gucci Mane being overweight. We were used to hearing Gucci slur his words to the point where we couldn't even understand what the fuck Gucci used to be saying. And we were used to Gucci, being what the fuck shit, dissing, before Gucci went to jail, he dissed the entire rap game on Twitter. He was going at Yo Gotti. He was going at Nicki Minaj. He was going at Rick Ross. He pretty much had beef with the entire rap game. He had a situation where he pulled up on Rocco and tried to fight Rocco. And, when Gucci came out of jail and everybody saw how in shape he was, he came out of jail looking like LeBron James, to the point where, people really started to believe that Gucci Mane was cloned. Another artist that people believe got cloned in jail is Kodak Black. Kodak is in jail right now, but before the last time when Kodak got out of jail, when he came out, he gained a lot of weight. And, he looked so unrecognizable that fans were starting to wonder if, Kodak was cloned. Now, I think once Kodak put out, his album, Dying to Live, I think a lot of people realized that, Kodak was not cloned. Kodak just gained a shit ton of weight in jail. People got to understand this, man. When these celebrities are in jail, because they're rich, they're able to, order whatever food that they want to order. And, they could be eating pizza, chicken wings. They could be eating all that shit. So, it's not like when a regular person goes to jail where, a regular person has to eat ramen noodles and, ham and cheese sandwiches and all that bullshit. Because, we all know, man, the food that they serve in jail, that's like, they pretty much serve like, they serve, the quality of food is worse than the school that you would see in a regular public middle school, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the food is fucking disgusting. You guys can go on Google and type in how the food looks in jail, man. It looks fucking disgusting. But yeah, man, I mean, we've always known Soulja Boy to be very connected with the internet. He is the self-proclaimed king of the internet. He's always staying in touch, and he's always putting on new rappers. Soulja Boy, he was the first artist to work with Chief Keef. He was one of the first artists to really work with Riff Raff. He used to work with Lil B, the bass guy. Who else? The Migos. He did a lot of songs with the Migos when they first came onto the scene. And he's always found a way to stay relevant and stay in touch with hip hop and the culture. So the fact that he's been completely ghost for 4 months, it's definitely alarming. Now, what I think happened to Soulja in jail, I think either two things happened, okay? The first thing that could have happened to Soulja Boy is when he went in jail, he could have got a wake-up call. I think when he went to jail, he possibly could have gotten a huge wake-up call, and maybe he realized that he was doing a lot of things outside of jail that was detrimental to his career. Maybe he realized that he had the wrong people around him. Maybe he realized that he had a lot of bad habits that he formed, and maybe when he came out of jail, maybe he made a conscious decision to say, you know what, until I get my mind right 100%, I'm gonna stay off of social media. I'm gonna spend the rest of 2019 getting my mental health together, And in 2020, I'm gonna have the biggest comeback, just like I did in 2018. Because, you know, when you go to jail and you come out, it takes time to readjust to society, man, because you guys got to think, you know, when you're in jail, you know, you're no longer in control of what you want to do. You know, from the moment you wake up, it's an organized schedule. And, you know, a lot of people, the reason why a lot of people come out of jail when they end up going back is because they become so accustomed to the rules inside of jail that when they come out of jail and they see how freely and how wild everything is, a lot of people, you know, they either get scared because they're not used to, you know, having their freedom again. And, you know, some people, they go back to their old habits, man. Like a lot of people, you know, they come out of jail and they start doing the same exact thing that put them in jail in the first place. Okay, so the second thing that I think possibly could have happened to Soulja Boy is, you know, he possibly, you know, could have gotten to some tough situations. You know, maybe he dropped the soap. You know, maybe a nigga tried to take his booty hole. Who knows, man? We talking about jail. You know what I'm saying? You guys know about this, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that happened, but it's a possibility. Okay. Another possibility is maybe he was cloned. Okay, we hear stories all the time about, you know, celebrities being cloned. The rapper B.O.B. He was the first artist to publicly speak out about, you know, celebrities being cloned. And, you know, Soulja Boy possibly, maybe he got cloned, and maybe, you know, maybe he got cloned. I don't know. You know, I don't want to jump to conclusions like that until I actually, you know, see Soulja Boy come back, because in order for me to say any artist got cloned, I have to see a different type of behavior. Okay. The reason why people thought, you know, Gucci Mane was cloned is because when he came out of jail, his behavior was completely different. Okay. So, you know, it could be possible that maybe Soulja Boy was cloned, maybe he was replaced, and, you know, maybe that's why he's nowhere to be found. Okay. So, you know, those are the three possible situations that could have happened. I hope it's the first one. I hope that, you know, whenever Soulja Boy is ready to come back on the scene, I hope he comes back. And, you know, he has a very successful career, man, because he's still young. At the end of the day, you know, he's responsible for the current state of hip hop, where artists are allowed to, you know, blow up off the internet, man. And we definitely need him back in the game, man, because, you know, he is the reason why, you know, all of these young artists are able to create their own careers. And, you know, nowadays, man, you know, artists don't even have to sign to a mainstream label. You know, they can start their own career. They can make a YouTube channel. You know, they could own their masters by just uploading music to, you know, TuneCore and stuff like that. And, you know, they could have their own fan base. So, you know, hopefully Young Draco comes back as soon as possible, man, and we get to see Young Draco, you know, back where he belongs in the rap game, man. So with that being said, man, it's your boy Wavy. Subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at StayWavyTV. I'm out this bitch.